Hi, everyone. Dr. Frankie Bashan here, and it's Thursday. And I have a really great topic that I'm going to cover today. But before I jump into today's topic, I want to thank everybody who has recently subscribed to my channel. Again, I love being here and I love knowing that what I put out in the world is actually helpful to folks. So it just shows me that there's a lot of people that are gaining insight, better understanding about themselves, how to have relationships, learning tools, skills. That's what I do here every week is share ideas, concepts, theories, skills, tools so that you can apply them to your life and have deeper, more meaningful relationships, stronger connections, push yourself, challenge yourself, leaning into discomfort. It's another thing that I talk about. It's important to not shy away from things that feel really hard for us or that scare us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those of you that are new to me and this channel, I'm a clinical psychologist, been in the field for over 2 decades. I'm a board certified sex therapist. And I'm also the CEO of a matchmaking firm called Little Gay Book and Little Black Book. So if you're out there and you're dating and you want to find quality folks to meet that you hopefully vibe with, then consider matchmaking. Get on there, learn more, schedule a call with us. We can talk to you all about what it's like to work with a matchmaker, what it looks like, and so on, because a lot of people don't have a frame of reference for it because it's sort of something that's been around for hundreds of years. But only now it's kind of part of mainstream media with all the new matchmaking shows that have been on Netflix and so on. So feel free, reach out to us. You can see the information, the details in the show notes below. And but one website is littlegaybook.com if you're queer, and Little Black Book Matchmaking or drfrankie.com if you're straight. So get in there, fill out a free profile. We'd love, love, love to learn more about you and see how we can help you. All right. So without wasting another second, I'm going to jump into today's topic. 5 fun and interesting lesbian first date ideas. People are always wanting to get ideas about, different fun things to do so it's not boring. They're not going on the same kind of date every time. So if you've been on the lesbian dating scene for a while, the thought of hearing, do you want to grab a coffee or a cocktail might trigger your fight or flight response. Not because this is an inherently bad activity or because you don't want to go on another first date, but because you've already done the same get to know you small talk for 90 minutes over a beverage or so many times. It's kind of like, enough is enough, right? It's a uniquely tedious experience to show up to a date centered entirely around chatting and realize in the first 5 minutes that this isn't a person you'll actually really even enjoy chatting with. What's to be done about this quandary? Instead of pulling back on dating, try reimagining your dates. The ideal first date is something you'd enjoy doing on your own, regardless of the quality of the company, and something that will even be more enjoyable if it turns out that the company is actually fantastic. I'm going to share with you 5 plus a bonus lesbian first date ideas to bring the joy and enthusiasm back into your dating life. Number 1, go thrifting or antiquing. Spending time browsing through all of the people's stories and lives can be a surprisingly great way to share some of your own. Thrifting or antiquing can be a revealing and fun way to get to know someone and maybe find a lamp for that dark corner of your living room. What is your date shopping for? Are they drawn to the leather jackets or the soft single stitch t-shirts? Do they share your delight at the vintage fruit basket shaped like a fish? Browsing antiques can be a highly social activity, rifling through off the quirky finds you make, or if conversation isn't flowing, can be a mellow way to spend time together quietly. And if things work out in the long term, you both might have some adorable finds that you'll forever think and link back to the beginning of that relationship. Number 2, do a craft or activity together. We often aim to bond with new people by doing a lot of personal sharing about ourselves. While it can feel super satisfying to get someone's whole life story over coffee, if it's a good life story, that is. In actuality, we often form stronger and faster bonds with someone through working side by side on a shared challenge. A challenge doesn't need to be anything intimidating. It can be the fulfilling struggle of figuring out how to throw pottery on a wheel for the first time, or navigating a particularly ambitious stunt like mini golfing. Are there any hobbies, crafts, low-key sports, or pastimes you've been interested in trying out? A night at a ceramic studio, for example, or a Spanish language conversation night can put you both in kind of a same team, figuring out a new experience together, having to solve a problem, and it can help it helps create a stronger connection faster when you're having to work on something together. Number three, visit some place in your city you've never seen before. Many of us live in places with truly delightful tourist attractions of fascinating historical sites we've never seen, simply because we live there and we aren't tourists. Rather than bringing your date to an old haunt you know well, it can be refreshing to pick something new, something you're both seeing with fresh eyes, and renew your appreciation for the place you live, regardless of how that date goes. Try checking out resources like Roadside America or Atlas Obscura's guides to hidden places to find someplace novel, intriguing, and fascinating to check out together. In addition to a fun time, you can impress your date with your knowledge and originality, plus your willingness to try things off the beaten path. Number four, check out a museum or a bookstore. A bookstore or a museum date offers you a ton of flexibility in how you want the date to go, as well as offering something truly fulfilling regardless of the company of your date. If you or your date are in a contemplative mood, it's easy to spend time together browsing quietly and soaking up the other person's vibe without feeling pressured to share a ton of personal information or make meaningless small talk, which can be hard for a lot of people. Lots of people dislike small talk. On the other hand, it also offers a lot of points of possibility, insight into the other person, perhaps most importantly, whether they share an interest in art, history, books like you. Do they have interesting thoughts on the exhibits around you? Are you intrigued by the titles they are picking out? And what to hear more about why they choose them? If the date is going well and you're feeling connected, it's easy to extend into grabbing coffee to talk more about what you've discovered about each other. If not, easy enough to amicably part ways after an enjoyable afternoon at the museum. Number five, try karaoke night. Karaoke checks off a surprisingly number of boxes that define the early stages of dating. It's fun. There's a little bit of risk. There's adrenaline and vulnerability. Whether it's an open bar karaoke night or a booked private room, or the two of you or friends too, trying out karaoke together will set the tone for your potential relationship and showcase your emotional toolbox as you practice taking small emotional risks, like performing Chappelle Roan's song you may not actually have the range for, and supporting each other through those kind of awkward, uneasy moments of doing so. A great way to get close quickly is to feel like you're on the same page together within a larger dynamic, choosing your karaoke duet and lightly ribbing the other singers in a great way to hit this note right away. Here's the bonus: dog walk, park, date. If you or your date are a devoted parent, then having your pup approval of a partner is paramount, right? If you're both dog owners, it's good to know at the outset whether your pets will actually get along or not. Heading to the park together or taking a structured leashed walk together provides a fun activity with something easy to talk about and lets you both gain crucial info about the other person. Watching how someone interacts with a creature under their care tells you a lot about their character. And if your date and your dog hit it off, that might be a good sign that you two will hit it off as well. So those are my ideas for today. Consider them, try them out. Let me know what you think. Make some comments below. I would love to hear how it all works out for you. So I look forward to seeing you all next week. Kisses, hugs. Take care, everyone.